so you guys get to, that's cool. Can you guys see anything when hi guys, when I am putting this thing, like, we go into the, I don't know what you want to call it, lobby, right? When I trigger the thing early, but I don't hit the go live button, can you guys see anything, or do you just see a blank screen? Do you see the thumbnail? What do you see while you're waiting? What's up, Ryan Labastida? before before I hit the go live button, blank screen basically. Okay. You see the thumbnail? Okay. I was just curious. I wasn't sure if the camera was projecting or not. Gray blank screen? Really? That doesn't seem right. What's going on, guys? Sorry, I'm getting myself ready. Hello from Texas. How's it going in Texas? Yes, we see the thumbnail. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What am I doing here? I want that. Thanks to Sobio7 who gets the $5. Hey, Fresh Baked, do my first summer Disney trip. Should I expect blazing heat for end of June? Actually, the blazing heat doesn't start until July or August, so June might still at least be tolerable. Low 80s, probably. Okay, let's see. Sacramento says hi. Hi, Sacramento. And there we go. I gotta get to Knott's Berry Farm. Somebody just mentioned Knott's Berry Farm. I gotta get to Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, no podcast this week. Every now and then I just get too busy and I'm not able to do it. So we just put it off for a week and we'll pick it up again next week. But yeah, no podcast this week. Yeah, that was something, guys. Did you see? I mean, it looks like a lot of people are watching the construction video, but did you guys see? I had such a mental, a mental battle in making this video because my lead story changed from the total inaction of Finding Nemo and Tarzan's Treehouse to the destruction of Earl of Sandwich to the news that broke today about the trees being gone. And I'm like, I had to keep rewriting that script. I had to keep rewriting it. So I was moving stuff up the ladder of importance because I wasn't going to say much about the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff because there was just walls and nothing was happening. And then the trees came down. I'm like, well, there you go. That's now the headline. It is fast moving right now. I can't even keep up. I should have done 2 construction updates in the time it took me to do this one. And I got another news video to make too. I was going to do a whole news video talking about Maynard and some other news, and then the thing about the reservation system. And I decided to make the reservation system its own video. So now the Maynard stuff is going to get put off, which golly, do I still have to write? I got to write that one. I'm going to try to get that out tomorrow maybe. Do you prefer Mickey's PhilharMagic over Muppet Vision? No, I do not. I prefer Muppet Vision. Do you think Disney is going in the direction of less foliage? Well, they have been for decades. I'm sorry to report, but that's the way of things. That's been that way for a while. Mitchell, good thing you do this full time because there's still not. No, I have the what's happened since I've gone full time. It hasn't created more time for me to do more work. It's created more time for me to not work. I don't feel as compulsive as I used to be about working constantly. Because before, in the before times, Dee Dee Williamson, get the $5. I sent you an email yesterday. Did you get it? Thank you, Dee Dee. No, well, I might have. I don't know, but I don't remember seeing it. I'll check my email. I get every now and then, if it gets really like heavy and spammy, I might click through stuff and not see it. So I'll go back and look for it, Dee Dee. I'll try to answer you as soon as I can. But yeah, I would feel compelled to occupy every single minute of every single day doing something between the regular job and this. So now I'm more likely to just kind of take a break here and there. Pararau is in is that how you pronounce that? Pararau is in the parks. Pararau, can I buy you a treat? Are you in you're in Galaxy's Edge right now? Wait, you said you're in the Rise queue. You might be there a while, huh? Anna's in the park. Dee Dee Williamson, get them. I sent you a PayPal. Did you? I don't. I'm sorry, Dee Dee. You might. I don't know. I'll go back and check. I feel bad now. In the email that I responded that you sent me, I'll look and see. I'll remind or I'll check in with you on the PayPal thing too. Stephen Crawford, I was very impressed with the integrity of Earl's awning. The structure would have been a safe haven during an earthquake. Oh yeah, almost as impressive as Nemo's show building. I mean, that was really impressive. It was cool to see. I'm sure a lot of buildings are like that, but it was cool to watch that live and in person. J21 Marty, get the $5. Thank you. Who is your favorite character? Mickey Mouse, I think, is my favorite character. We love you, Fresh Bake. We love you, Marty. Dodger Blue 311. I met you the other day. Get the $10. Hey, David, great running into you again yesterday. I appreciate you talking to me for a minute. Has the loss of single rider for most rides bummed you out? Yeah, but it's going to come back. They just added single rider to Web Slinger, so it's not like they're out of the single rider business. They just are for now on Space Mountain. But Space Mountain has only had single rider for a minute. Same for Indiana Jones. Those attractions didn't always have single rider. That was kind of a new thing for both of them. So I'm okay with what they're doing, and hopefully it'll come back soon. Disney Adventure Vlogs, get the $5. I sent you in list some Mr. Beast chocolate bars. Really? Could you do a review on Royal Dorks? Maybe. We haven't checked. I don't know if we got the P.O. box checked recently, but I'll look out for that. I've never eaten any Mr. Beast food. Should I get into the food business like Mr. Beast? Fresh baked stuff? Just put my name on food? That'd be kind of cool. I'll go the Mr. Beast route on that. Brianna, I was dying of laughter at your update on the Earl demolition. That thing would not go down. You should have seen the crowds. The crowds were forming. It wasn't obvious on camera, but there was a lot of spectators, and a lot of people were filming it and getting a kick out of it too. Do you think it'll be crowded on July 11th? Tim, I don't know what the crowds are going to be on a specific date, but yeah, July is going to be crowded for sure. Well, I mean, it's a busy season. Christina Baker, get the $2. Thank you. When do you think the dessert party will be back? I don't know. I don't know. I would have thought we'd hear something by now, but I'm not sure what's going on there. All right, Disneyland. I'm sorry, who's in the park? Who am I buying a treat for right now? Rick Johnson, I talked about the Nemo ride in the construction update today. You got to watch the construction updates. As for Launch Bay, that's not going to reopen ever. I don't know what they're going to do, but the Launch Bay will not reopen as Launch Bay. That's for sure. Perarao, you said I know you are, but are you in the Rise queue? That could be a while. Do you think it'll be at Disneyland in June? Yes, I do think I'll be at Regina. Probably. All right, Pararao it is. Okay, what do you want? Do you want something in Galaxy's Edge? Do you want a Ronto wrap? Or do you want to go somewhere else? It's got to be something I can mobile order. Tim, you can get your tickets anytime you want. I mean, get them sooner than later if you can. Tim, order them through. We have an affiliate partnership with GetAwayToday. Order your tickets through GetAwayToday using our affiliate link. It's in the description of the videos. Go back to the last video we just did. You'll see a link to GetAwayToday. Use that link to buy your tickets, because if you buy them through GetAwayToday, they are refundable. So you don't have to worry about if you booking them too early or whatever. If you wind up making a mistake or you decide you can't do it, you can get a refund on those tickets through GetAwayToday. So in our last video, I'll try to put it in this video too when we're done. But in our last video, you can see an affiliate link. Click that link, buy your tickets through GetAwayToday, and help support Fresh Baked. Dodger Blue gets it $5 again. Originally met you and Liz back in 2019, then got a picture with you on Rise opening day. Wow. Yesterday was the fourth. Really, that's the fourth time we've met, Dodger Blue? Usually I'm pretty good at remembering faces. I can't remember names at all, but generally I can remember. I remember quite a few of the people that I meet, but we met 4 times. Goodness. I'm sorry, did he let's see. I didn't see if he asked for... Okay, there's We Are Patient. Beignets. Beignets it is, sure. You can have beignets. How many people are in your party? And how do I pronounce your name? Are you going to do a video on the Mickey Suite? Yeah, I have it. I just haven't had a time to edit it because it's not high on my priority list, because it's just, it's a thing. I'm probably only going to be putting that on Patreon, though, for whatever that's worth. Tina Aguilar, get the $5. Thank you very much. Do you know when the Oogie Boogie tickets will go on sale? It's at least a few months before the season. 5 in the party, but you don't need to buy that many. I'll get you a 6-pack. That way, at least everybody gets at least one, if that's the way you want to do it. Oh, okay. It's for 8 o'clock though. Okay, it's not going to be until 8 o'clock. Mint Julep Bar. There it is, 8:05. Do you want regular beignets or the butter cookie beignets? Pei-Rei-Rao. That doesn't sound right. Pei-Rei-Rao? Okay, yeah. Did I ask regular beignets or the butter cookie flavored? Ow. Oh, Pei-Rei-Rao. Pei-Rei-Rao. That does that. That's wild. I would not have guessed that in 100 years. 6-pack it is of the butter cookie beignets. Gonna add that up. Dee Dee, what do you think? Get the $5. Thank you, Dee Dee. I was so happy to hear the big gorgeous tree outside Pirates wasn't a fig tree. I was not wrong, actually. It turns out here's what it cracks me up. I talk about that tree in the other video, and I say, hey, this is a fig tree, and it's gonna get torn down maybe. And people are like, no, Dave, that's a ficus. That's not a fig tree. That's a ficus. I'm like, okay, so it's a ficus. I don't know trees. And then everybody's like, no, Dave, a ficus is a fig tree. So I don't know if that tree is gonna make it or not. I still don't know. Michael Suji gifted $5. Aloha Fresh Baked. Ohana, been a minute. So stoked to finally go to parks in July. Yeah, you're gonna have a great time. And thank you again for we're gonna be going to the Grand Cow. Thanks to Michael. All right. Pei-Rei-Rao. Oh, if it's Tahitian, that means they pronounce a lot of the syllables there, so that makes more sense. 6035. Pei-Rei-Rao. 6035 is your order number. It's under the name David. Go to the Mint Julep Bar at 8:05. Yeah, I know, Dee Dee. I know. I'm like losing my mind over this. I'm like, what is it? Because they were all saying, no, Dave, no, it's not a fig tree. It's a ficus. And now everybody's like, dude, a fig tree or a ficus is a fig tree. I can't win for losing. Okay, still no word on how Fantasmic is going to work. First come, first serve. No, no word. No word. And it's kind of getting late in the game. 3 days, Tim, it's 3 days if you want to buy a package, but you can just buy a ticket, I think. Can't you buy, you can't buy just a single day ticket? Oh, oh, you got, yeah, call them and then give them our code Fresh Baked 10 to get to make sure we get affiliated. Evan Layton, get the $20. Thank you. Figgy Ficus, let's call the whole thing off, right? Pay Rao, give the $5. You made my day. You were the best. No, thank you, man. You're the best. Thank you for watching our show. Andrea Dopiarala, give the $10. Thank you. David, you and Liz are killing it with the content. Thanks so much for everything. Pardon if I missed this being mentioned already. I heard Web Slingers is now offering single rider. Correct, it is. As of today, I think. You can get single rider for Web Slingers today, which is a great idea in my opinion. Single rider on any attraction is always a plus in my book. There's a Life Day Orb coffee mug? No, I have not seen that. Interesting. Yeah, the only thing that Getaway Today doesn't sell, as far as I know they don't, is the annual pass. You can't get an annual pass for them, but they sell every other kind of ticket. You can buy Universal tickets, you can buy Disney World tickets, or travel packages too, and all that. How was Liz's birthday? Man, we partied so much for Liz's birthday. And she's not done partying yet. We partied the night before, the day of, and then again on Saturday. We did a lot of bowling and a lot of drinking. What else did we do? We did some other stuff, but I can't remember now. But we had a great time. It was a good birthday. Do you have to be in the park to buy Rise individual lightning lane? Yes, you do. Brian Biakity, gift of $5. Thank you, Brian. What happened to the mature trees that were carefully removed before demo of AMC? Do you think they could be reused at Pirates? Well, they could. It looks like they were carefully removing those trees for the purpose of using them elsewhere, but I couldn't say if they were being used at I don't think they're tall enough, to be honest, to work in the Pirates queue, because they were kind of, they bloomed kind of low to the ground. So I don't know if those will work, but I'm guessing they're going to be used somewhere. Katie, yeah, we saw you again, Katie, at the Mickey Friends parking structure. That was very nice to see you again. Yeah, Pay Rao, the code is 6035. If you lose that, just give them my name, David Erickson. Chelsea Jasper gets the $2 just to support. Love your family. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Chelsea. That's very kind. Reservations for this weekend. Again, I'm going to do a little. If you guys don't mind. I want to check out what my schedule looks like. The fig tree I was told they were going to remove a fig tree, because they want to remove any tree that drops fruit on the walking paths. People squish them and they make a mess. I'm not a big fan of that plan, to be honest, but whatever you can do. Okay, so that's right. What was I doing here? And then I'm going to do this thing. And then I'm going to do that thing. And then I'm going to do that thing. Damn, still not there. Okay. Any tips for Disneyland in the rain? Yeah, we did a whole video on Disneyland in the rain. Just do a search on YouTube, Fresh Baked Disneyland Rain, and you'll find our video. Do I have any idea on Tarzan's tree? No, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't think that it's they're not doing anything with it. They're not going to do anything cool. It's going to still be Tarzan's Treehouse when they're done with whatever it is that they're doing. But I don't think it's going to be, anything interesting. J21 Marty, get the $5. Thank you. Do you think they'll make an Encanto ride? And if so, where will they build it? I do think they will eventually. Where, I don't know. Adventureland is one possibility. Is Encanto Pixar or Disney? If it's Pixar, then they'll try to put it in somewhere in. They might make a whole Encanto Land, maybe, if it's Pixar at the old Hollywood backlot. It's Disney. Okay, so maybe not. Sonia Castillo. I mean, it's not a definite thing. DCA is becoming Pixar Land. I was one reason why I said that, but they could put Encanto there at Disneyland. They got Little Mermaid and other things. Sonia Castillo, get the $50. Thank you very much, Sonia. Very generous, very kind. Have just started watching your Royal Dorks videos from old, and I love them. Drunk Star Wars trivia was hilarious. I remember that. Just wanted to show my appreciation to you and Liz for sharing your lives with us. Well, thank you, Sonia. I wish we could do more of those videos. I really do. But they're just so it's difficult to find a time to do that kind of content often enough to make it worthwhile. So I think we're kind of just leaning towards whatever, like food type stuff that we film at the park, but we can't put it on the main channel. It's going to wind up there. But it's just too hard to be consistent with Dorks videos because it's just so busy with regular Disneyland stuff. I don't have time to do all this. I'm trying to find time. We put up a call last week. Was it last week or the week before? Where I was thinking about bringing on an editor, and we got 2 videos done that were edited by somebody else, and I was really happy with the results, and I got a third one coming. So that might help create more time. I don't know, but that actually, the time that I earn on that might be geared towards the website. So I'm not sure. Thank you to Greg Rainey for the $20 to help keep Liz's birthday going. Thank you very much, Greg. That's very kind. Rising Audra is also, there's more help. We're talking about the website just now. Audra is helping us. Well, Audra's husband is helping us get our website in order. I am so grateful for Kevin for the help that he's given us on this. I mean, that's the one thing I'm really excited about what I might be able to do with the website if I can just figure it out. If I can just, because I don't know anything about running a website. I swear I don't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about YouTube either. It took me 8 years, 10 years to figure that out. I don't have 10 years to learn how to run a website. So hopefully the help that I get from the Bodwells will pay off, and that website's going to take off here soon. Kimberly B, get the $5. Thank you very much. If my party has the app and all of our tickets on each app, and we buy Genie Plus, does it show up on each app or just the one that paid for it? Everybody has to pay for Genie Plus if they're going to use it. Kimberly, it's not one Genie Plus for everybody. Everybody who wants to use Genie Plus has to buy their own version of it. So they have to also download it and install it. Now you can create a party after that and combine all of your tickets into one traveling party. That can be done, but you can't share Genie Plus, unfortunately. Any suggestions for first food to try in Avengers Land for the first time seeing the land since it opened? Well, the funnest things to eat at Avengers Campus are the pretzel, the giant pretzel, and the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Those are the funnest things to eat. Or the giant, spaghetti meatball thing. I will not be at the parks tomorrow. No, unfortunately. We're getting new carpet tomorrow. That's my excitement for tomorrow is we're getting new carpet. Terran Treats has the spiral churro, but I wasn't that impressed with that. It wasn't that good for me. Oh, the chicken sandwich is pretty good too. Yeah, this biggest, fattest chicken. It's a 2-man job, man. That chicken sandwich at Avengers Campus is definitely a 2-man job. But I say that about a lot of foods that we have at Disneyland. I don't have a very big stomach, so D.D. Williamson. Remember when you had to wait in a queue to get? Yeah, I was in that queue. I was in the queue that stretched all the way through the World of Color viewing area. I was in that queue. Ugh, I that was dreadful. That was dreadful. It took like half the day to get in there. What do you think of the Coco scene in Mickey's PhilharMagic? The entire PhilharMagic show is kind of underwhelming for me. I don't like shows that are just they just cut out. Well, actually, they didn't do that. The Coco scene. Now that you mention it, the Coco scene was created just for that. I think, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That scene in PhilharMagic for Coco's was created just for PhilharMagic, right? Will they ever turn down the music in Avengers? Let's hope so. It is so freaking loud in Avengers Campus. I don't know how anybody can. It's like it's anxiety inducing, man. I can't. How do you be chill? How does anybody be chill in Avengers Campus with that music? I mean, I like the Avengers music, but can we get a rhythm break or something? It's just constant, constant, man. Woo! I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people stay in there for hours and hours with that loud, just like just thumping music all the time. Do I think Disneyland will be busy in mid-August? Yeah, at least as busy as it is now. Are they doing fast passes for World of Color? They haven't said yet, but I would assume so. I hope so. Favorite food at Food and Wine Festival? I have only been to one day. I I keep promising myself I'm going to do more of it, and then there's always something else to do. Uh, it's a thing I haven't tried yet. I got to try the cheddar lager soup. I still haven't had that yet. So I'm hoping that like because I wasn't that impressed with the stuff that I've got so far. It was okay. The cheesecake was pretty great. Where did I get my shirt? I got this shirt at Company D, but they were selling it at Disneyland about a year ago. I think it was during the shutdown that I saw it in stores first. Nick gifted $5. Thanks, Nick. Hi, David. Have you thought about doing more night streams? You have such a talent for mixing in commentary and letting the park speak for itself. Uh, I've thought about it, but I get so many complaints about the quality of our stream that it just turns me off to it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, to be honest, because I've got a fancy phone, and I've got AT&T, which is the same service that Disney uses. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I get complained at all the time about our live stream. So it just kind of makes me just like, because I can't take it, man. I'd rather make a video. So if I could ever figure out how to do a really bitchin' live stream, I will, and then maybe I might turn it on more often. Christopher Quinn, sorry I'm late. I had to stop at Taco Bell. Hey, no shame in stopping at Taco Bell, although you got to mix in Del Taco every now and then, Christopher. Cheddar lager soup was great. Thank you for that, G Zone. I'm pretty confident that I'll like it too, but it's good to know that people will like it. Will it be busy in December? Evan, let me think about that. Yes. I thank you guys. You said the live streams are great. I appreciate that. I really do. And I know that the thing with live streams is that I can't take it on rides. If I could figure that out too, I just don't like it. I don't like taking the lives into queues. I don't like taking the lives on the rides. I've done it from time to time, and I'll do it if I'm desperate. But how often can you watch me walk around the park for an hour? Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know. But I just feel like I'm letting you down every time I do one of those, and I just walk around all day. But well, I probably could. I should ask Tony because he's usually got pretty good quality and service. But he uses he uses a third party, and I think he's got. I don't know if I think he does a 2-phone system. I'll have to look into that. What is a good replacement for PhilharMagic? A bulldozer and an excavator to rip that building down and put up something new. Dee Dee Williamson gets the $2. This is the best part of my week. Well, thank you, Dee Dee. That's very sweet. What is this life where you're an hour away from a Del Taco, Elaine? How do you live? How do you live? I got a couple of reservations coming up next week. Maybe I'll try to mix one in. I'll try to mix in a live stream next week. Thoughts about Disney parks slowly turning into Pixar Land? Well, I'm not sure what... It's not happening at Disneyland. That's not happening. I mean, you've got a couple rides in... what do you call it? Tomorrowland, you got the Buzz and the Finding Nemo, but those have been around forever. But other than that, what else do you got there that's Pixar in Disneyland? I mean, they got a lot of it in DCA, no doubt about it. But to put that on the Disney parks, I don't know. I disagree. If Nemo doesn't come back, what would be the best use of that space? I have no idea. I really don't. I don't have a mind. I don't have a sharp enough mind for that kind of thinking. Happy birthday, Daniel. Yeah, the Pixar Fest on the Disney side was weird. They even brought over the Pixar Play Parade. I did not enjoy that at Disneyland. Del Taco hamburgers are highly underrated. Monorail Mark, I've been saying that for years. Do not sleep on the double Del cheeseburger. Do not sleep on that, and don't sleep on their fries either. And while you're at it, while you're having a double Del cheeseburger with crisp cut fries, get a side of the queso dip. Okay, you can buy the queso dip that you get with the nachos on the side and dip your fries in that. You'll thank me. The queso dip is so freaking good that is Liz and I almost every night when I come home from the park. I'm like, hey, am I going to Del Taco to pick up a burrito, a quesadilla, some fries and queso dip, and a large Sprite? Almost every single time. Why do you think reservations are so much harder at Disneyland than Disney World? Because there's more of us. There's more of the people trying to make reservations. At Disney World, it's part of the culture of that. It's typical. Stephen Crawford gets up $10. The only cocoa I like is the restaurant chain. Had a great pie. They do have great pie. Also, I'm not a fan of discrimination of Bruno. Going to get a shirt saying you can say gay, but not Bruno. Too soon. Yeah, probably too soon, Stephen. Probably too soon. Steve C, get the 15. Thank you very much. Any plans to visit overseas parks in the future? I think you'd get a kick out of our small parks on the Gold Coast in Australia. A 14-day, 4-park pass for under $200. That sounds insane. 200 American or 200 Australian? What is the conversion there? I'm not even sure. I would love to visit more parks, but again, it's about time and about having a 2-year-old at home. It complicates things. It complicates things, traveling with a 2-year-old. It really does. Christopher Quinn, get the $5. Have you gotten a chance to say goodbye to Maynard before his retirement? No, not yet. I hope to see him before. I'm gonna do my best. Also, no Del Taco in Seattle. That is a shame. That is a shame. David, what do you feel should happen to the Paradise Pier Hotel? Make it I don't know. It doesn't really matter what they do with theming. I just want it to look like a good hotel. It looks like crap. The Paradise Pier Hotel is a crap hotel. The theming is crap. The inside looks like crap. It's not well done at all. It's boring. It lacks any kind of character or personality. They need to stop messing around with what they're doing with hotels. Like the one that they just announced over in Disney World, they're all the same. They're all the same, and it just bores me to death. And there's so much money to be made in hotels that I don't know why they can't get it right. I don't care what they do with the theming, just make it good. Like, do a full job. Don't skimp. Don't cheat us of the experience. There's lots of good examples of great hotels out there. There are lots of great hotels, well themed. Just look at, Vegas or something like that. There's plenty of, things to look at that give you a great idea of how to make a good-looking hotel. The Paradise Pier is not it. David, you're so good at sitting still. I mean, human pause, but what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, David Page, almost $500 a night for the Paradise Pier Hotel. Who pays you? It is borderline a Motel 6, the Paradise Pier Hotel is. It's awful. I hate it. You know, the Grand Californian, great hotel. Looks great. I love the interiors of the Grand Californian. Looks great. That's worth, well, I don't know if worth is the right word, but it's certainly more worth $500 a night than Paradise Pier Hotel is. Kitty, I do hope to put together a Maynard compilation. I hope to. I've got a few shows that I would like people to see, a few or interactions, I should say. I'm gonna try. Yeah, Paradise used to be around 150 or 200 less than 5 years ago. I don't know why they think that their hotels are worth that much. I really don't. But I mean, are people paying? I don't know. Are they full? I know they're giving discounts. They're giving discounts right now to 25% off on some nights. Yeah, that's a good point too, Tom. He says Paradise Pier is so far from the parks too. Non-hotels, non-Disney. Yeah, it is a hike. It is a hike and a half from the Paradise Pier Hotel to Disneyland. It's a walk. Stephen Crawford, get the $5. Let's do a meetup at Noggles, the understudy of Del Taco. Yeah, Noggles was bought by Del Taco. Have one at Fountain Valley. I think, is that still there, right? Grand Californian is $700 a night now. I can't even, man. Who? That's upsetting. That's really upsetting. Tim Noel, get a cheeseburger at Del Taco, man. Jack in the Box bought Del Taco. Yeah, that's right. That did happen. So now Jack in the Box owns Noggles. I love Jack in the Box. I hope they don't mess with the menu. Where are we? What are we doing? Is it 8 o'clock? Oh, no, it's not even close to 8 o'clock yet. Brett, if you have an opportunity to spend a different amount of money on that, it's not a good hotel, man. Just look at the pictures. Look, there's got to be reviews out there on the internet of Paradise Pier Hotel. We stayed there opening day of Galaxy's Edge, and I don't remember if we talked about it in our videos from that, but I just had a terrible time at there. I didn't like it. Evan Layton gifted $80. Thank you, Evan. That's very kind. Late birthday gift for Liz. Her birthday was our 38th wedding anniversary. Oh, congratulations, you two. Makes it easy to remember her birthday. Yeah, right on. Was it your 38th wedding anniversary too? Christopher Quinn gifted $5. I looked up Maynard videos, and 4 of your videos from as far back as 7 years ago with the little ninja. I remember that day. I remember that. I remember running into Maynard early on in my time on Fresh Baked, and I've been a fan ever since. I like to describe Maynard as just a dash, like he's great personality, full of energy, and just a dash of crazy. Just a little bit of crazy. Yeah, Donna Pendleton says all hotels are up. I'm happy to stay on Harbor across the street, but those are now 200 plus at low season. I don't know what's causing this, but I mean, like everything else, inflation is just out of control right now. Tarzan's Treehouse ET, I have no idea. I have no idea. I wish I knew. I wish I knew what they were even doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what they're doing. Do you think we'll ever see Magic Happens again? Yeah, I think so. Somebody, by the way, in last week's live stream said that they had heard that the costumes were shipped out of Disneyland, or they were no longer on site. But I have been able to confirm that is not the case. Costumes are still on site at Disneyland for Magic Happens. I'm gonna need. Is Nick here or Laramie? Hopefully I'll be around to hit that I'm here. But if it doesn't work out, just go up there and give them the number, and just tell them that somebody else had it and they didn't hit the button. But I've had that happen before where I forgot to hit the button and people were still able to pick up their food. When you go to Disneyland, do you buy Genie Plus? I do not. No, I bought Genie Plus 2 times. The first day. Yeah, just 2 times. The first day when I tried to test it out, and the second day when I tried to test it out. I haven't bought it since. Are you ever going to lose the game again? Steve C. gifted $15. Thank you very much. David, it was $200 Australian for the Gold Coast theme park, 14 days, 4-park pass, about $150 US. You could fly here, stay, and get theme park tickets for less than a dream key. That's wild. Disney Adventure Vlogs gifted $2. Magic Happen should be called Magic Happen for a week. They do not have a tram. No, Tim. There's no tram from Disneyland to Paradise Pier. There's a tram to the parking structure, but that parking structure is a long walk from the Paradise Pier Hotel also. Thoughts on Paint the Night? It's the best show that Disney's ever put on and that I've ever seen. There's no bus either to Paradise Pier. No, you gotta walk. That's basically it. It's walking or nothing. Or getting an Uber and having them drop you off the front, which is still no picnic because then you gotta walk the other way. Joshua Flores, get the $20. Thank you very much, Joshua. They want to do Magic Happens after the holidays is the scuttlebutt I'm hearing. Keep up the good work. That was my prediction. My prediction when we were talking about that parade was that we wouldn't see it this year because you got Main Street Electrical Parade, then they're going to run that through fall or up to fall. Then they're going to run actually they might even run it through the Halloween season also. And then you've got the Christmas season and the Christmas parade. So the earliest you're probably going to see it is, February probably of next year, 23. That's the earliest. But it's possible. Everybody's alarms are going off. Okay, where was I? Paint the Night is in front of the castle. No, Paint the Night is a parade. Paint the Night is a parade. It's like the grown-up version of the Main Street Electrical Parade. They are descendants of each other. All right, everyone's going to enjoy that for a minute now. Yeah, I think that one of the issues that they had when Magic Happens was, when it had its window of possibly coming back, I think it was cast. They didn't have enough performers at the time when they could have brought it back. The Main Street Electrical Parade does not require as many performers as Magic Happens does, because it's mostly floats. It's mostly floats and then just there's the princesses and a few dancers here and there. Magic Happens has a lot of performers, a lot of varied performers. So I think that was it. They were really having issues, but now that I think once we get into out of COVID again, hopefully fingers crossed it doesn't get crazy again over the winter, and we're able to we might be able to get Magic Happens back by next February or maybe spring. Kelly Millinger says, Disneyland rain, wear good shoes, the ground gets slippery. Also, bring a change of socks. That's one of the things we talk about in our video. is wet socks suck. So if you can, bring in a change of socks so that you can change out to some dry socks at some point. 1,200 per night last week at the Grand Californian. Who is that for? Honestly, I mean, you can't. You're telling on yourself about who that hotel is for. If you're charging 1,200 a night, you don't even give a rip about. I mean, does it cost 1,200 a night to run the Grand Cal? I don't think it does. It does not cost 1,200 a night to run the Grand Californian. It costs the same as it costs to run any other hotel. Yeah, that's disgusting. Mitch Mathiasen gifted $7. Thank you very much. I'm going to Disney mid-July for the first time and waiting till night. It's a bit of a risk, but if you rope drop rise, you lose at least an hour, probably more, of prime ride time. The first hour at Disneyland, you can get so many rides in the first hour that you can get 4, 5, 6 rides in, depending on what land you hit. It doesn't really save you that much time to do rise at rope drop. As a matter of fact, there's a very real possibility that you're still going to take you an hour or more. So, but at 7 o'clock or so is everybody's kind of done their lightning lanes. Most people are done at that point. Assuming the ride hasn't broke down, that's the only thing you risk by waiting until later on the night. The only thing you risk is it breaking down. But if it doesn't work the first night, then rope drop it the second day. That would be my recommendation. How long can Disney charge $1,200 a night for a mid-level hotel room before they run out of people that can pay that rate? Well, that's what they're saying about the Galactic Star Cruiser, right? That's a conversation. Yeah, they're going to fill that place up probably with all the people, the pent-up demand of people who are willing to spend $6,000 for 2 nights stay. But then when they're done, when all the people who are willing to do that are done going, how do you get them to come back? I have no idea. So how are you going to get people to keep filling that on an ongoing basis? It's a fascinating question. It's really that's one of the most complex questions, one of the coolest, or I don't know about cool, but one of the most interesting facets of that conversation with the Galactic Star Cruiser for me, when it comes to marketing and being able to keep that thing going, is who is their customer in 2 years? In 2 years, who's going to the Galactic Star Cruiser? Which decade is the best? The 80s or 90s? RJ, don't even bring that smoke into my house. Okay? I'm an 80s kid. I know 90s people who would agree with me that 80s, is the best decade. I think my next scheduled trip to the parks is for Monday, I think. Little Nib, my imagination says Star Cruiser, if successful, will have to continue its own storyline and change every year or two. Then that story is exclusive to the 6K. But really, how different can they make it? It'd have to be very different in order to get the people to spend 6K twice. I mean, completely different. My feeling is that you should have 4 endings. There are 4 roles that you can play. You can be Jedi. You can be Resistance, I think. I don't remember. You can be First Order, or you can be a smuggler, right? There are 4 roles. They need a separate ending for one of those, for all 4 of those. All 4 of those should be able to win at the end. Whatever your team is doing should be the team that gets the prize. Do that at least, and you have a shot at getting people to try to collect all 4 experiences. But to have the same ending every night, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. Scoundrel, the same difference. The Han Solo character, basically, yeah. Melissa Isom, okay, Young Turks, how can you witness the past year and not see where inflation is coming from? I have a quick thought on that. Inflation came from that they printed money during the shutdown. Okay, that's the inflation. They printed money during the shutdown, so we're all paying for it now. All those stimulus checks were printed money. That's inflation. Now, let that stew in your heads while I get back to talking about Disneyland. G-Zona, thank you for the Dole. You're welcome, G-Zona. We so appreciate your content, which helps us make the most of our first trip ever. Really? Was that your first trip? Hey, Bob Chapek has entered the chat. We are working on lowering hotel prices for Disneyland and Disney World. Well, thanks, Bob. That's really helpful. Shanghai, I think, is still closed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. Lisa Andrade, or Andre, I guess there's two ways to pronounce that. Mason, want to do a house swap so I don't have to pay high room rates. You come to Maui, we go to Cali. I mean, that's pretty cool, actually. I don't know. Any news, rumors about Star Wars Day events at the park with the Kenobi series coming up? No, they're not going to do anything at the parks for that. The Star Wars stuff that's coming is the Star Wars nights, the After Dark stuff. But you won't see anything other than that in the parks. Have you seen the movie Return to Oz? Is that a sequel to Wizard of Oz? No, I haven't seen that. Do I think the Earl of Sandwich will return? I mean, it could. It's popular, but I don't know. I mean, they would have to put it back into whatever it is they build, so it could. Yeah, the podcast should be back next week, guys. Yes. Yeah, the Obi-Wan series, it's got me intrigued a little bit. I don't know. I like that. It looks interesting. It looks interesting more so than the Boba Fett show did. I was not excited about Boba Fett from the beginning. So, I mean, I was a little bit, but it didn't really. I didn't see how there was a story there, and I guess they did their best. But really, it's a Mandalorian show. Are we going to D23 this year? I am, yes, but Liz is not. Oh, I've got to there we go. Moon Knight, I'm really excited about. I want to see Moon Knight super bad. Super bad. Okay, 8:05. Yeah, it's too early yet. I can't say that I'm here yet. The problem that I had with Boba Fett was Boba Fett, and not just the fact that he wasn't in the show. He couldn't do Boba Fett, the actor, couldn't do the stunts. He wasn't convincing at all as a physical person. As a he didn't. He looked old and slow. And it wasn't just him too, right? That car chase was slow. It was a slow. I mean, what the heck was that? He's an okay actor. I didn't have a problem with his acting. He looks too slow. He didn't look at all intimidating or powerful or any of that. It was just the first fight scene in the first episode. I'm like, I'm out. I can't watch this dude. I can't watch this dude. I can't. And I like him. I like the character and everything. I just couldn't do it. And then there was the car chase. The car chase. Oh my God. That was the worst thing ever. How How did that get past editing? How did that get how did they because that's done post. That's digital. That car chase is digital. You know what I mean? Like they were doing better than that 50 years ago. I'm sorry. I know I'm ranting like 2 months after the show's over, but I don't understand that. I could not understand it. Am I looking forward to the Toontown reconstruction? I am, yeah. Toontown needs love, man. Toontown needs love. No, I do not think we'll be at Disneyland on Mother's Day. Most likely we'll be at my mom's house on Mother's Day. Yeah, has anybody seen the first episode of Halo yet? I started it last night, but I had to turn it off right away because something else came up and I couldn't watch it. Has anybody seen it? How is the Halo series? I need to start playing those games again. Do I need to catch up? Like, what do I need to know in order to watch the Halo series? It was a good start. Okay. Halo Infinite is great. Heard it's really bad. Haven't seen it. Man, I don't know. I mean, I can see why it would be bad because they can never get that kind of thing right. They just never get video game stories right. But I was hoping maybe in a series as opposed to trying to make a movie, they might get it right. But the Halo animation wasn't very good, right? The animated series, they did one of those, right? The series is a separate story, really? It doesn't follow what happens in the games at all? That's kind of disappointing. Huh. Ugh. So I'm getting tired. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm getting tired. Been talking all day. Guys, I've been working. Let me tell you something. I have had a week starting on I don't remember what day, but because I was out of it for a few days. I kind of felt like wasn't doing much work since last Friday. But then I went golfing. We did a day trip to the desert. We did a day trip to the desert. We drove out there Saturday morning. I golfed. Then we drove back Saturday night. Then Sunday, uh, I tried to work, and then we stayed up all night partying. Monday, I did a little bit of work, stayed up all night partying. Monday, I did a little bit of work, stayed up all night partying. And then Tuesday, I was in the park working my butt off making a video. That video did pretty well. Wednesday, I was in the park working my butt off. That video did pretty well. And working all day today too, man. I am toe up right now. Like I have not had a good night's sleep since in a week at least. I need to sleep in one of these days. But man, it has been a grind. But it's been a good week this week. It's been a pretty good week this week. The apart from the Universal Studios video, which did not do very well, uh, but everything else has been going great. I've been pretty happy. Yes, the podcast. Yes, the podcast should be back next week. Yes. What time is it? 7:56. I'm trying to wait till 8 if I can so I can hit the button. Christopher, I bought a laptop with the hopes of being able to do some of that stuff live at the park, but it doesn't work. I tried and it doesn't work. I wish I could. When's the last time you've been to Six Flags? We did a video for Dorks a few years ago. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I did, Greg? You joke. You said you should hire somebody to sleep for you. I tried once. Because they say like peak performers, really high achieving people don't sleep a lot, and maybe 3, 4, 5 hours a week. They say you don't really need 8. Some people, the top achievers only need 4 or 5 hours. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if I can, work until 2 and then get up at 7 or something like that. Or work until midnight and get up at 5. 2 days. I did that. I did that for 2 days and I got sick. I need my rest. I need my sleep. I can't do it. I tried. I can't do it. Gianni, yeah, that grind set stuff is dangerous to follow. I can grind. I am a definite grinder, but I just also need 8 hours. You know what I mean? But I can grind. I don't know how to not work. It's really difficult for me to not. I do lead the grind life. It's just I have to get my 8 hours. I want a ticket. This is Madison. I want a ticket for Knott's Berry Farm, and I've never been. Do you have a favorite things at Knott's Video? I don't have a video for Knott's. I mean, not a favorite things, but I've been to. We've done quite a few videos from there. Ghost Town Alive. Well, Ghost Town Alive is an event. The Ghost Town, Calico Ghost Town, is fantastic. Check out the Ghost Town. Spend as much time as you can as you can allow yourself to do in the Ghost Town area. It is great. There's two parts to Knott's. There's the Ghost Town part, the actual traditional Old West type set, and then there's Knott's B, which is just roller coasters and no theming, no nothing. It's just a bunch of freaking roller coasters in the back. So you can have two different experiences at Knott's. It's interesting. I very much prefer the actual, the Old West experience as opposed to the roller coaster experience. Born Piss, sleep is much more important than having a grind set. I agree. I do. I mean, I have the grind set, but it doesn't overtake my need for sleep or my desire for sleep. Sleep wins for me. I've had so many nights, Born. I've had so many nights, I kid you not, where it's like midnight and I'm just like, God, if I could just keep going. I just want to keep going. Go, go, go. And I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'm done. I don't care. I'm not finished. I know I got more to do, but I just can't go anymore. I can't go anymore. I'll just stop. I'll just turn everything off and just crash. But it's weird how often that happens to me on a night because on most nights, is somebody buzzing me? On most nights, I'll work until 5. We'll have dinner. I'll hang out with the wife and the baby, and we'll do whatever until 8. And then, I put the baby down at 8:30, whatever, and then I get back to the desk at 8:30, 9 o'clock, typically 9 o'clock, and I'll work a couple more hours between 9 and 11 or midnight sometimes. And that's most nights for me, but it's just, there's a brick wall I hit. I hit this brick wall, man, every single night. But it's probably good. Oh, yes, I can hit the repair. Oh, there it is. That's what was buzzing. Okay. You're good to go. I hit the button. It's 8 o'clock. It's time to go. Queen Uddy, get the $2. What should Star Wars be rethemed to? Star Tours. I don't want to retheme. I don't want to retheme. I want a new attraction. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody back here. I don't think we had any super chats for a little while, so I think I'm good. Oh my God, was that the last one? Wow. Okay. Lisa Andrade Mason, get the $5. Seriously, I paid the $1,200 per night at the Grand Californian. Not to mention lots of good golf courses on Maui. I mean, again, it sounds fascinating, but I don't know if that we don't have any plans to go anywhere. We can't. So I mean, I wish I could. I would. I mean, if I had the opportunity, maybe we could, but I don't know if that's going to happen. All right. Oh God, I forgot how to pronounce her name. Pei Rei Rao. Pei Rei Rao, your food is being prepared. So go ahead and make your way over there. Christopher Quinn, get the $5. Thank you very much. Star Cruiser Special Event Classic Star Wars with original characters. You mean at Star Tours, Chris? How expensive is California? That's a very broad question, RJ, but I'm going to say very expensive. California is one of the most expensive states to live in the country, right? New York is pretty expensive, but I can't think of any state that's more expensive to live in than California, other than New York. Or I should say, Manhattan or Long Island is probably pretty expensive too. But even upstate New York isn't very much. California it's criminally, it's like somebody said, it's criminally expensive. If there wasn't so much opportunity here, there would be fewer people to live here. And there's still a lot of people are leaving California because it's just too damn much. It costs too damn much. Rent for just a basic 2-bedroom apartment in LA or Orange County is thousands of dollars, $3,000 a month or more. I'm not even tripping on the gas prices. You guys, I mean, do you know how much it costs for gas in Australia? People are complaining about gas prices in the United States. You don't know the half of it. Okay, we're getting a deal. I want to say, is our Australia friend still here? Because I want to say it's like $12 a gallon in Australia. They keep coming to Oregon. I'm sorry, Kimberly. I apologize in advance for all the Californians moving up to your state. Chelsea, is Pieces of 8 really it's going down for refurb? I didn't know that. What are they going to do? Do you know? Tell me. Email me. Let me know. I want to know what's happening at Pieces of 8. Yeah, $2,700 for a studio in San Diego. Ay, ay, ay. That's just criminal. What does $2 a liter equate to? That's $13 a gallon. There you go. $13 a gallon in Australia or $10 US. God, gravy. Anyway, I got to go, guys. It's time for my kids' bedtime. Thank you, as always, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight on this pod or live stream. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you spending this hour with us and taking time out of your day to hang out with me and the rest of the Fresh Baked community. I love you guys very much. So be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And Fresh Baked